Hi guys, and welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we've done a video. Nevertheless, a mod update video, but this is exactly that, and I'm really excited. Last in this past month, this is a bit TMI, you know what I mean? But in this past month, my period decided to come with depression symptoms, but we're back. I'm actually doing amazing. I dyed my hair again. I've been outside. I was talking to friends. I went to a party. Like, bro. Yes, we're doing amazing. But anyway, as I said back into the video, we're doing a mod update video. So sorry. I've said, oh my gosh, spooky season, and the first video I'm uploading this month has nothing to do with spooky things at all. However, the Patreon is a different story. Okay, a little bit of updates for one. By the time you're seeing this, I believe the concert set of anime deco sims that's public now. Okay, feel free to go ahead and snatch her up. On October 1st, I released the spooky set of animated deco sims, a set of deco sims with people dressed up in costumes dancing around. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. And then I also uploaded before, well, not too long ago, I think a couple weeks ago, I uploaded a potions upgrade CC set where you can get rid of those nasty default spellcaster potions, and a couple different ways for you guys to go ahead and display those. And throughout this month, I'm going to go ahead and be dropping, spooky related mini mods. Oh, also, okay, one more thing before we jump in. I bounced back from last month like no other, and I really I have all the thoughts of anime deco sims running through my head. I want to make them all now, but I'm also thinking about opening up commissions for the first time. Kind of scary. I have to figure out how I'm actually gonna do that. But if you're on Patreon, you knew that though. Okay, let's go back to what we were talking about and for this actual freaking video. Okay, first off, I feel like we need to go ahead and address this beautiful lot we're on, and it is called the Bridgerton Ballroom lot. I found it on the gallery. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a screenshot up on the screen here now for you guys to go ahead and check it out. But the reason we're here is actually for a new animated deco sim set I plan on working on. Okay, this one has been requested. Actually, I'm fulfilling a poll that was done literally months ago. I'm finally filling it, and we're gonna go ahead and make this set. So if you haven't figured it out by now, we are finally getting to the formal set of animated deco sims. No, not the wedding ones, sorry, but I do hear you, I do see you. We're here. We'll keep in touch, I promise. Okay, so now we are ready for me to go ahead and actually show you what's going on, what's the plan, what do we have. So if we go ahead and jump in, this is what the inside of the lot is currently looking like. Gorgeous, I know, but we're going to talk about these sims that are currently inside because I had the idea, and what really inspired me to go ahead and get started on this is making it a masquerade set. So it's not just formal, it's also going to be like a masquerade themed ball type of thing going on, and I think that's actually going to be the name of the pack. So if you go ahead and look at it on the inside, this is what it's looking like, and it's actually, well, I'm talking about the lot, but it's actually really gorgeous. But if you go ahead and take a look at these deco sims as well, so you can go ahead and see what all of them are currently looking like. I think they look so gorgeous, and there's a couple things I did that I wanted to go ahead and show you. So first of all, let's go ahead and address the mask situation. Part of what inspired me for creating this set is actually the masks that we have in game. I do think I've seen them in cast a couple times, and I really just wanted a reason to use them, and what other than a masquerade themed little party. So that's why I decided to go in this direction for them. So these two are from in-game, and this one that she's wearing right now is actually my favorite. However, while I was going ahead and putting this pack together, I realized how ugly all of the other masks are, and it really bothered me the more I put them on my sims. However, some of them I was able to make work. Some of them I could not handle it. So I went ahead and did a little Google search online, and I found these masks like this. So a creator, I'll go ahead and link them to this video too, but a creator went ahead and brought the mask from the Masquerade event that Dead by Daylight does. Someone go ahead and brought them into The Sims, and they look gorgeous. So I spent way too long going ahead and figuring out some recolors for them, and those are some of the masks you'll go ahead and be seeing on the Sims here as well. So 4 of them are actually wearing masks from that set that I went ahead and recolored it. Bro, like, man, like, they look cute. I know they look cute. You ain't gotta say nothing. I know they do. Especially this one. Bro, this one is sick. Do you see this mask? That's so cool. And I like Dead by Daylight, so, you know, win-win. Now, before you go ahead and hit me up and complain about the masks, no worries, because they are removable depending on the swatch. As you can see, okay, right here. This sim here, she's not wearing a mask just because she's with the swatch without it. So as usual, there are 3 swatches to the Deco Sims. However, this one's technically going to come with 6 because there's one with the mask and one without it. So you can see this is what she looks like with her mask. Oh my gosh. And then this is her without it. So they're toggleable. If it's not going to fit your event, just go ahead and take it off. Another thing I would like to go ahead and talk about with you guys is the partner arrangements we have going on. So I'm going to add it to the thumbnails, but there's an A and then there's a B for each Deco Sim. So in this case, this Sim is Masquerade Set B, and this one is Masquerade Set A, and A's pair with B's. And I went ahead and made a version of all these Deco Sims as an A and partner B, so you can go ahead and combine whatever combinations you want here. So right now we're looking very hetero, and we could go ahead and change that if you wanted to. So if I say I wanted this Sim, this is set B, and let's do it this way. And then let's look for an A. So I'm just go ahead and search for it. Masquerade Set A. Search for it that way. Here we go. This is set A that I can go ahead and pick. So we'll go ahead and do it like this. And now they line up. So then now all of your Sims can be dancing. So I can go ahead and do the same thing for set B. Search Masquerade Set B for all of them. And then you're going to get the B partner. So like, girl, get out of here. Oopsies. Wrong way. Yep. And then look. Now they're partners. So for all of them you could do combinations. So I think that's okay. Don't have me, is that 64 combinations or am I tripping? If there's 8 and 8, that might be 64 combinations, or my math may be very wrong. I did 8 times 8, but I'm not sure if that's correct. So this is how the Sims would go ahead and look in the gameplay, running through the animations. I have them all going through the same animations, and that's the reason why you can switch them between the A and B for each one. I also feel like it made sense, kind of, you know, if they're all like dancing the routine to the music, then they would be in tune, they would be aligned. I don't know. I feel like when you see I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. An easy way to go ahead and, I don't know, like not have them go at the same time if it's really bothering you is you could just reset the objects, you know? And now until you hit a loading screen, they're going to be going ahead and going at a different pace than everyone else. If it's really bothering you like that, it's really disrupting your spirit, that's an option you can go ahead and use. Now, so we can go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, so from this point, originally my plan had been to go ahead and make a different set of 8 Sims that were going to be sitting, right? Because I'm thinking like you're throwing a masquerade event, some people are going to be dancing, some people are going to be sitting. So that is what I had in mind to go ahead and do this. However, I did not feel like making another set of 8 Sims. It wasn't calling to me right now, so something else was. And that was the little stage that we have on this plot. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell by what's happening here, what's going on, but looking at this stage we have going on, I had the urge to go ahead and make another. It's going to be included in this set, I believe. I'm just letting the ideas flow and we'll see how they end up. But I thought this would low-key be a great spot for a little, not an orchestra, because I think an orchestra is bigger, but we're calling it orchestra. The little orchestra for violinists to go ahead and be standing here playing music. So then that's exactly what I decided to go ahead and do. And we're actually in the household full of all the Sims that are in this. So one thing I will mention is that if these Sims look a little familiar, that is because, for one, they're not mine. After making the first 8 for the Masquerade event, I just didn't have it in me to make more Sims. Like, I'm not that much of a cast girly, you know? I didn't feel like making more Sims, so I just went to the Maxis account on Gallery, and I took some Sims from there, gave them a little bit of CC, a little bit of, you know, makeovers, how I wanted them to look, and then they're actually going to be a violinist. And y'all, you just barely missed out of having Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto in as your Masquerade violinist. Like, just a hair. It was so close to happening. As you can see here, I laid out some chairs because I was trying to figure out what chairs I wanted the violinists to be sitting. Most boring problem ever. I know, my bad, sorry. Okay, here's the set. Clearly I haven't done thumbnails. I feel like I keep changing the way I do the thumbnails and swatches for these and expect it to keep changing. You know, I think it's better to just go ahead and show you first. So let me go ahead and figure out the seating in this place, because we also need to leave room for the conductor. But let's call this one like section A. So this is where all my A string violinists is gonna be. And I really wanted there to be able to have, I don't always do this because I use 3 swatches for my Deco Sims. I try to, I don't know, make them like vary for the sim but also match them. But for this I really wanted, I made sure there was an ability to have an all black orchestra because I think that's really sick. And I know a couple of you have been asking for Deco Sims like this, especially when I did the concert set, but if I'm being honest, I didn't feel like it. But now I feel like it, and that's just how it works sometimes, you know? I didn't have it in me, so I wasn't gonna force myself to do it. But last but not least, we have to bring in the conductor. This is actually pivotal. This is what's going to go ahead and make this functional. So go ahead and add them in. So the way we have this is when you set him, am I not centered? Okay, so when you set him down, he's going to be facing this way, but then once you place him, he's going to turn the other way. And that's what we want. That's on purpose. That is intentional. Also, I'm going to make another conductor because I can't just have this like one dude as the only option for the conductor. And then I'm also thinking of going ahead, and this is bigger than I thought it was. I'm thinking of going ahead and editing these somehow to make them into music stands. But I hate this at the top. If I can figure out how to, I could probably figure out how to get rid of that and replace this. I replace this with a music book. And I was also put these out to go ahead and look at editing these as well. I would just replace this with a music sheet. I don't know, so it could look like a little like modern as your music sheet instead of something real. I don't know. Is that like defiling the culture? I don't know. Or maybe, you know what? If it's not hard, I can go ahead and figure out both. Let me go ahead and place these down for now. Okay, so this is what we currently have the setup going ahead and looking like. This is my first time seeing it like this, so I'm not sure. Maybe if I went ahead and made them smaller, like shorter, but we can go ahead and move on to press play to finally show you guys what it looks like in action. So here's what, damn, this looks good, bro. This looks good. So this is what we have going ahead and looking like for everything going on. I'm actually really proud of this and how everything was able to come together. Like, of course there's work that still needs to be done, but this looks sick. And this is like our section 1 and this is our section 2. First of all, I set it so your Sims can go ahead and view all of them if you wanted to, and I think they should be able to autonomously view them as well. I'm not sure. It may be so you could press view in the conductor, but the conductor is actually what makes this functional without it just be decorational. So on them, it's kind of functions as a radio, although I believe it won't break in the rain. I believe I set it up that way. So you can go ahead and turn on any of these stations, as I feel like these are the ones that would make sense the most. So if I go ahead and turn it on, hey, you hear it? Let me turn up the volume. Right? Do we see it? Do we see the vision? Okay, right? Do you see it? Do you see it though? Doesn't it look so cool? Like, I had fun even just putting that together. I'm going to change the station to classical, just because I know this one's for a fact. So typically your Sims cannot dance to classical music. It's just one of those stations that your Sims can't dance to. But for this, if you're actually playing this, I wanted you to be able to go ahead and slow dance to the music, and you can. So if I have my sim go ahead and press on this, you now have the option to go ahead and slow dance together with, and this is not previously an option on any other stereo, but this, but the conductor. So now you're able to go ahead and slow dance to classical music, so your Sims could actually have this function. And then of course your Sims could actually just go ahead and actually dance. I also have cowpoke dance. I left it as an option. If you want a cowpoke to winter holiday music or, I don't know, classical music, you can. I don't know. I decided to go ahead and leave it. You have that freedom to do what you want. It's The Sims. You're still going to have the same options here to now be able to go ahead and regularly dance and slow dance from this as well. So it's going to function across the board. And then one other thing to mention is I also went ahead and extended the radius for your Sims to be able to do this from. So if, I don't know, maybe you have them on a stage or you have them further away, I set it so your Sims can be about this distance and have it still go ahead and function. I have the radius set to 10, so the Sims probably around 9 right now. I have 9 set as the ideal, so I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, damn. I forgot that's an option. But of course, if you want them to be closer, you can always go ahead and press dance here. And I haven't tried this, but I'd assume he'd walk over there. Yeah, okay, so he's walking over here to go ahead and dance. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. It's damn near 2 a.m. in the morning, and I think this was actually very productive. My next video, but no promises, but I'm looking at actually going ahead and making it like spooky themed. We're gonna jump into our occult bag, and that one, I think we'll see. No promise. Let's not even talk about the next video. Let's talk about this video and how this is the end of it. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Anyway, however, moving on, I'll go ahead and see you guys later. This is Sharisi, and bye bye. Have you all watched the latest season of Project Runway? I binged it with my mom when she was sick, and amazing. I have some questions about the winner, but either way, I had a great time.